Next, we are going to talk about abstractions. Yeah, abstractions. Abstraction. So, what is this abstraction? Abstraction is actually is a process of hiding the implementation details of a class. So, for instance, if we have um, an abstract class, you need to write the abstract at the back like this, abstract class. So when we declare this class and as an abstract class, so actually we just want to write something like, you know, the general um, of certain things to represent that particular class. For instance, let's say this is a class for animal. Yeah. So maybe in this abstract class, you probably going to have maybe the general about animal, such as abstract void, maybe eyes. Yeah. Maybe you have this integer number of eyes. Yeah, that's it. You have no body because you are not implementing it yet. Yeah, you probably are going to have another abstract void legs, maybe the number of legs for the animal. So for you to implement this, so you have to have a subclass. Yeah. Maybe you have I just want to let me remove this one first. Let's say animal chicken. Yeah. So this class chicken extend this abstract animal, and this is where you are going to define the eyes number. So for instance, you want to have, let's say, system dot out dot print number of eyes. Is, and I'm going to put that number. Yeah. Sorry. Right. So curly bracket. I think it's better to put it here. All right. So in this case, you want to test, and then you want to create an object, chicken. Sorry. You probably create an animal, and which is the chicken. So you are actually creating an object obj, or maybe you can have the ayam serama or the chicken serama, right? So we want to print this out, so you can call serama dot eyes. So it's supposed to be 2 eyes, yeah. Alright, so let's compile that. Alright, so good. This is an example where, you know, this chicken is not abstract and does not override abstract method legs in animals. So you have to use this as well. So you have to have this void legs integer number. I just want to copy this one. Right. There is, you have to close. Then you have to close this, and the number of legs is number, right? This is for that one. Okay. Alright, so I think I can explain to you what's the problem just now. Yeah. At the moment when I just write these eyes, it will give me the error just now, because since I'm inheriting this animal, so this is actually the characteristic of this animal, so this chicken needs to follow all the abstract here, right? So in this case, this animal is actually an abstract. It has no implementation here. The detail will be under the subclass who are extending the class of this abstract. So actually, if I in fact remove this, you know, I still can compile the program, you know, because even if I don't have this abstract, I still can write it here, and I can use this method here. But the moment if I put this one as an abstract, when I don't have it here, all right, when I compile this, it will give me the problem, the error saying that let me check the error here. It's running so far. Okay, chicken is not abstract and does not override abstract method legs in animal. So we need to make sure that we must have all the necessary characteristic of that animal. So by doing this, in fact, this animal abstract class will is so important for you to make sure that these to list out all the important properties for other subclass if that subclass want to extend that to that abstract. So that subclass need to have all those abstract characteristic, like in this case the eyes and the legs. Yeah, so this is how we write an abstract. Right, the subclass to inherit all the methods, abstract methods in this abstract class. You actually can in fact write it just like a normal method. For instance, void legs, void, yeah, anything. Yeah. Note system dot out print this is animal, for instance. Yeah. So in this case that you don't have to write it here, but you can access this. Let me clear this one first and then to try to, okay, let me check. I have to close. Okay, so I can compile even though that I am not writing these notes under this chicken, but I can somehow access to that note. Yeah. All right. The number of eyes is 2, and this is animal. All right. So this is you can create and under this abstract the constructor as well. Yeah. Let's say I just want to give you the example here. System.out okay, animal is created. This is just an example. So in this case, the moment we create this object Sarama, it will call this use this constructor, and it should print this out. Let me check this. Okay, then compile. Right. Where is this the number of this is okay. Okay. Check what's the problem here. Something wrong with this. Oh, I think it's not about this one. Okay. All right. So right, it's supposed to be all right. So when I run this, right? Animal is created, and then it will call the eyes, and then it will we create this. We call this notes, and it will print this out. Yeah. So this is how we use the abstract as a member, as a method, and also for the constructor. Yeah. So again, I just want to repeat here that this abstract is actually, if you have general ideas, because actually we want to give the programmer to focus on what the object should have. Yeah, then you make it as an abstract, but you do not want to implement it yet because it can be inherited by different subclasses. Like this one is chicken, then you're probably going to have another a class of cow, extends animal, and you want to make sure that all these animal should have these eyes and legs. So by doing that, it will make sure that you have this kind of method in every sub classes which inherit this animal. Okay, so that is how and the reason why we must have we can use this abstract class in Java. Finally, let us continue with on how to use the keyword final. Yeah, the keyword final. So if let's say I think I just want to the easiest, maybe I will just have this class, make it a simple class A. Yeah, and then this, under this class A, you have let's say a method or integer A, and then integer process A, yeah, and then this one is print, or maybe you can just put the value here. System out print A. Yeah. So you have this class, and then you have this class B that will extend that class A, and under this class B, and then you have that integer B is equal to 3, for instance. Yeah, integer process B, right, and system.out, and then we will print that B. Okay, and then remove this one first, and you have A, and this object as a new let's say, just don't want to make you confused with that. So you created this, and then we create this object obj, which is B, that will extend that. So when I try to, well, I think it's better for me to use this one as B, because of you want to make sure that this is similar, but you do not know which actually that will be called by this object, yeah, process B. So I compile this. All right, yeah, it's supposed to be void. Sorry. Okay, and then when I run this, so you see, when I create this object B, yeah, and then it will call this one because it will automatically override this B. So if I use the word final here, and I compile that, yeah. All right, so it will message you here, process B cannot override a process this one because it is the final. So by using this, did you know that you won't be accidentally change the program, because by having these finals you're making sure that nobody can override that as well, yeah. So when I compile that, it's supposed to be okay. And also, if you don't want this class not to be inherited by other classes, and then you can put this as final as well. So when you compile that, it will give you the error, so you cannot inherit from this class A, because this class will not allow you to change that. So other than that, you also can make sure that nobody change the value of that variable by giving that as a final too, yeah. So in this case, that you cannot change the value of A in your superclass. So so that it looks like this is like a constant, and it is only just like read-only variable. So you won't allow A to be changed like in other in your program, changing A into 3 or any other value, yeah. All right, so so for instance, you have a program, maybe you have a method called change that will change the A into let's say integer W, then you want to change that A. So let's see whether we can compile that. Okay, so cannot assign a value to final variable. It will also give you the error that you cannot change this A because this one is final. So in this topic, so I give you 3 scenarios that you cannot, if you don't want if you don't want a class, not to be to become the superclass, then you can use the word final for the class so that no subclass can inherit that and make it as a superclass. And also to make sure that method not to be overridden by any other subclass, then you can use the word final as well as the variable itself, right? So I see. I think that's it for this video. So if you have any questions, you can put your comments down below.